Welcome everybody to the Single and Stilettos Show. I'm Suzanne Oshima and I'm a matchmaker and dating coach at Dream Bachelor and Bachelorette, and I'm also the founder of Single and Stilettos. Today we have on our show Cyndi Olin, and she's a relationship strategist and coach at Create Your Own Luck and Love. And I'm so excited to have her here today because today she's talking about how to get him to commit to you. And I know, ladies, you're dying to know. So before we jump into it, though, Cyndi, tell our audience how you became a relationship strategist and coach.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Suzanne, for having me. And, funny thing is, there's many reasons why I do what I do. I teach what I need the most. And secondly, like Suzanne, I was formerly a high-end matchmaker. And I found that the people that I worked with were consistently sabotaging their relationships. And I found myself based on, working with other mentors and the work that I had done around communication and relationships. I was coaching everyone to not sabotage their relationship. So long story short, I decided, you know what? I'm going to help a lot of people and coach them around really creating their own luck and love, although luck is not needed in this area. And you can really become the best version of yourself in any relationship. I believe that. And it worked in helping people in the matchmaking side and in my own company as well. So,
awesome. Yeah. Well, let's talk about this. Tell us the one way that a woman could get him to commit, and not in a manipulative way, in the right way.
Yeah. How do you get him to commit? Ladies, the funny thing is that I do have a philosophy. There's nothing you can really do wrong for the right guy. And I mean, there is things, but you can't do anything right for the wrong guy. And really hear that and understand. So, number one thing you can do in relationships is be your authentic self.
Yep.
Is just be who you are, and be that enlightened, happy version of yourself, because men want to be around happy women. They're so attracted to that. They want more of it because they feel like, oh, if she's already happy, oh man, I can make her even happier.
Right.
So yes, that's the number one way to get him to commit to you.
And I just have to add to that, when you're your authentic self, and what I also call the best version of yourself, is that the right man, you won't even have to work to get him to commit to you. He'll want to commit to you because he thinks you're so awesome and he doesn't want to be without you. Right, Cyndi?
Yeah. Yeah. And he doesn't want to lose you.
Exactly.
Either.
So what's the second way a woman could get him to commit to her?
Another really is really having your own life and being independent. And I know, and what that means is doing the things that you did before you started dating this person. I also recommend dating multiple people until he asks you to commit to him. Number one reason why is because then you're not so obsessed on what you're like, oh my gosh, you're a lot of times it's just natural for us to have a little bit of anxiety around, well, what if this, what if that, and if you have other things going on, you have like a tad bit of mystery to you. And I don't mean that in a game playing sort of way, but a little bit in a strategic way. Like, just you don't always return his calls. In fact, recommend that, you wait a certain amount of time before messaging him back, typically like an hour, even a couple hours, like really just staying present and the things that you're doing and the other things that make you happier in life. If you're passionate about yoga, you be doing your yoga. You like to go, do your book club with your girlfriends. Do that.
Yeah.
Continue dating because it creates a certain amount of tension.
Yeah.
And it's like they feel it and they're like, oh, they feel it in the back of their mind. I could lose this woman, so I want to commit to her.
Yeah, and I will add to that. There's a fine line between being independent and being too independent, where
Right.
I don't have time for him, because then he's gonna feel like I don't see
She's
where I
just not
fit in.
that into me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or yeah, but so there's a fine line between having receptivity. So you're receptive when he reaches out.
hmm,
Ah, it's great to hear from you. Ah, I had so much fun, at our dinner. I had so much fun playing miniature golf with you. You really make every experience really special. So having that, because men need affirmation.
hmm,
They need to know, gosh, she's into me. And you're receptive about the good things that he does.
right. But that you're not always available in the beginning stages.
No, you're not. You're not. And I don't like it's a little bit of a dance with
Yeah.
that
What I
piece.
and you know what I call that? I call it the push-pull dynamic. You don't always want to be going towards him or him always going towards you. It has to be this ebb and flow of both of you going towards each other.
Well,
Otherwise, it's
just
not going to work.
yeah, just remember that you're the feminine. You're and feminine
The
the
receiver.
meaning of femininity, thank you, is receptivity.
Yeah.
So you're to receive, you're to say thank you, and it's challenging because I see this with women that I work with, and they'll start to wonder, well, what's going on? Why is he doing this or he's pulling away? And I ask a couple questions like, are you reaching out to him every day? Are you doing this? And chances are they're telling me yes.
Yeah.
So you are just answering his messages back. You call him back. You are not the one to reach out first.
Right. Okay, so what's the third way to get him to commit to you?
Well, the third way to get him to commit to you, this is something I just, I thought of in this is a little bit of counter opposite. So what I'll see a lot of times is women will try to pretzel themselves into being the ideal woman that they think that he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Now, sometimes that works in getting him to commit, but it will not last long term. Or if it does, you're going to be miserable.
Right.
So, somebody's going to be miserable. And typically that is, or both. So the number three way to get him to commit is really being a vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
And also with that is letting him know that like he needs to have a confidence that he can be safe with you
Yeah.
emotionally, that you fully accept him
Mm-hmm.
for him. And and this is a secret, not so secret sauce that will have a man really give his heart to you and even propose to you. So, and the way to do that is to listen to learn. Give him the space when he's sharing something. As women, we like to interrupt. We like to chit, 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 chat. Suzanne and I, we talk, we laugh. And, her and I could talk about 10 different subjects in the matter of 5 minutes and go back to the original one we were talking about. I'm sure you ladies can identify with that. You've got to be single focused when it comes to communication with men. And ladies, if you have a great steamy sex life with him, I hope you're not having sex before you're committed, but it will not get him to commit to you long term. He needs to know that he can be safe with you emotionally, he can count on you, and that you're supportive of his mission in life. And it's important that he's supportive of yours. And it's like you two can enhance each other to become the better versions of yourself. So I encourage you to really check in with your body on, how do I feel when I'm with him?
Yeah, that's a really good point. I really like these tips that you gave, because while we only touched on them lightly, I mean, everything that Cyndi said is so true. And I want to emphasize one thing that you just said there at the end, which is about letting a man be himself. I find all too often women try to change a man to make him what they would call perfect. That will actually, that drives men crazy when you try to change him. So,
Yeah.
So, ladies, just accept a man for who he is. So
That's right.
these have been some great tips. So, Cyndi, tell our audience about your free gift.
Well, ladies, if you want to meet your man, your soulmate, I have a book for you, and it's a guide on how to meet your soulmate in 30 days or less.
Awesome.
And it works. So if you take this on as a challenge and you really do take it seriously, you can absolutely draw him in 30 days or less. It's proven. It works. So there's that. I also do a series about how to attract and marry your man. And this, they can click on the link below as well to be a part of that. It's a free series. That's really a guidebook from A to Z, how to show up in a way of, being the best version of yourself, to attracting the kind of men that's right for you, and ultimately having him cherish and adore you and be in a committed, loving relationship together.
Awesome. Well, everybody, click on the links below to get Cyndi's free gifts. Or if you're listening to our podcast, you can go to singleandstilettos.com. And thanks, everybody, for joining us on the Single and Stilettos Show. Our show is available both in video format and podcast format. If you like to view the videos, you can go to singleandstilettos.com. And if you like to get the podcast, you can download it from iTunes. And if you would like to get our free ebook on the 3 secrets guaranteed to attract any man based on scientific research, you can click right here on the video, or you can go to singleandstilettos.com.